Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by Autohome's first quarter 2020 earnings conference call. At this time, all participants are in listen-only mode. A question and answer section will follow the formal presentations. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. If you have any objections, you may disconnect at this time. It is now my pleasure to introduce your host, Anita Chen, Autohome's IR Director. Ms. Chen, you may begin.
Thank you, operator. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Autohome's first quarter 2020 earnings conference call. Earlier today, Autohome distributed its earnings press release, and you may find a copy on the company's website at www.autohome.com.cn. On today's call, we have Chairman and CEO Mr. Ming Lu, Co-President Mr. Haifeng Shao, Co-President Mr. Jingyu Zhang, and CFO Mr. Jin Zhou. After the prepared remarks, Mr. Lu, Mr. Shao, Mr. Zhang, and Mr. Zhou will be available to answer your questions. Before we begin, please note that the discussion today will contain forward-looking statements made under the Safe Harbor provisions of the U.S. Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. Forward-looking statements are subject to risks and uncertainties that may cause actual results to differ materially from our current expectations. Potential risks and uncertainties include, but are not limited to, those outlined in our public filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Autohome does not undertake any obligation to update any forward-looking statements, except as required under applicable law. The earnings press release in this call also includes discussions of certain unaudited non-GAAP financial measures. Our press release contains a reconciliation of the non-GAAP measures to the most directly comparable GAAP measures and is available on Autohome's IR website. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. In addition, a live and archived webcast of this earnings conference call will also be available on Autohome's IR website. I will now turn the call over to Autohome's Chairman and CEO, Mr. Lu.
Thank you, Anita. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We kicked off 2020 with a solid first quarter, reporting total revenue of RMB 1.55 billion. Notably, revenue from new initiatives increased by 32% year-over-year and contributed to 20% of total revenues, compared to a revenue contribution of 15% for the same period last year. The exceptional revenue performance achieved by the new initiatives was driven primarily by robust revenue from data products, which increased by over 80% year-over-year. In the first quarter, total new passenger vehicle sales fell by 45% year-over-year as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak and subsequent extension of the Chinese New Year holiday. In many cases, buyers postponed their vehicle purchase plans due to the extensive quarantine measures, while the continued spread of the pandemic around the globe further prolonged the period of domestic containment efforts. All these factors resulted in a further delays in the near-term marketing demands of our customers. Although consumers remained cautious during the first quarter, as the containment regulations have been eased in China, coupled with the government's stimulus policy, the market began to show a gradual improvement from April. During the quarter, we witnessed an increased demand for online marketing services as automakers and dealers shift their focus from offline to online channels. To capitalize on this trend, we introduced a suite of data products and tools. For example, we upgraded our intelligent showroom and embedded live streaming functions, both of which were designed to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of online marketing programs. Our live streaming channel has been popular among automakers as well. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, about 50 automakers have delivered a total of 124 live streamed programs on our platform. We also launched a 3-week spring virtual auto show in collaboration with China Council for the Promotion of International Trade, Automotive Subcouncil, in April. This signature event presents an attractive marketing opportunity that drove sales for our customers at the time when offline auto shows are either delayed or canceled in China and abroad. About 60 auto brands and more than 1,300 dealers have signed up for the event. In addition, as we remain committed to supporting our customers and the industry, we have been offering free trial of our smart instant messaging tool to more than 2,000 dealers. Our strategic approach to delivering our business and strengthening our technologies allows us to generate additional value to our customers, which in turn will further enhance our market leadership in the long run. During the quarter, leveraging our advantages in big data analysis and industry insight, we enhanced our data product metrics that facilitates OEM decision making. In the first quarter, 17 automakers purchased our data product offerings, compared with 8 automakers in the same period of last year. In the first quarter, we have engaged with automakers for 15 programs for intelligent new car launch and 29 projects for intelligent marketing solutions. In terms of our data products to dealers, in the first quarter, over 17,000 dealers purchased our data products. By the end of the first quarter, close to 3,000 dealers were using our Smart Call Out and the Smart Assistant, which we launched last year. Regarding our traffic in March, the number of average DAUs who accessed our mobile website, primary app, and mini apps was 31.7 million, relatively stable compared with the prior year period, despite an unfavorable operating environment in the auto vertical. With 2020 well underway, I'm confident in our ability to maintain our indisputable market leadership, given our well-defined long-term strategic plan and laser focus on delivering value to our customers and the auto industry. With that, I will now turn the call over to our CFO, Jun Zhou, for a closer look at our first quarter financial results, as well as business outlook for the second quarter of 2020.
Thank you, Ming. Hi, everyone. As Ming has already highlighted, we are pleased to report a solid first quarter to start 2020. Please note that, as with prior calls, I will reference RMB only in my discussion today. Net revenues for the first quarter were 1.55 billion, compared to 1.61 billion in Q1 last year. For a detailed breakdown, media services revenue were 566 million. Lead generation services revenues were 670 million. Online marketplace and other revenues increased by 32% year-over-year to 310 million, primarily attributable to the increased contribution from data products. Now moving on to cost. Cost of revenue was 178 million, compared to 184 million in Q1 2019. Gross margin remained stable at 89% in the first quarter. Now, as for operating expenses, sales and marketing expenses in the first quarter were 524 million compared to 510 million in Q1 2019. Product development expenses were 292 million compared to 269 million in Q1 2019. Finally, G&A expenses were 89 million compared to 68 million in the same period of last year. Overall, we delivered an operating profit of 586 million for the first quarter of 2020 compared to 657 million in the corresponding period of last year. Adjusted net income attributable to Autohome was 646 million for the first quarter compared to 701 million in the corresponding period of 2019. Non-GAAP basic and diluted earnings per share and per ADS for the first quarter were RMB 5.43 and RMB 5.4 respectively, compared to RMB 5.93 and RMB 5.87 respectively in the corresponding period of 2019. As of March 31st, 2020, our balance sheet remained very strong with cash equivalents, and short-term investments of 13.3 billion. We generated operating cash flow of 499 million in the first quarter of 2020. Let me now address our second quarter outlook, which reflects our current and preliminary view on the market and opening conditions and may be subject to changes. At this point, we expect to generate net revenues in the range of RMB 2,220 million to RMB 2,320 million. In summary, our solid financial performance once again demonstrated the resilience of our core business, as well as the strength of our new initiatives and disciplined approach to managing costs. As we fulfill our commitment to maximizing shareholder value, we are very pleased to pay our first regular annual dividend to shareholders in April 2020 as scheduled. Going forward, we'll continue to expand our footprint in auto-related sectors while enhancing operating efficiency across each of our business lines, all with the ultimate goal of generating sustained long-term value for our shareholders. With that, we're ready to take your questions. Operator, please open the line for Q&A.
Thank you, management. We now begin our question and answer sections. If you have a question, please press 01 on your telephone keypad. You will enter queue. After you are announced, please ask your question. If you find that your question has been answered before it's your turn to speak, please press 02 to cancel the questions. So once again, 01 on your telephone keypad now to ask a question. And one more reminder, please ask one question at a time. Thank you. Our first question is Miranda from Bank of America.
Thank you, operator. 晚上好，管理层，然后谢谢接受我的提问。然后我想请教一下，就是您刚才也提到了这个疫情加速了这个行业线上化的进程，所以想请教一下，在这个领域自家有哪些策略产品？那我这边有2个侧重点，第一个是说线上直播。那请教一下，就是管理层觉得就是直播在这个低频就是大额交易的这个汽车行业，相比于就是零售电商类的这种小额高频的这个行业，您觉得就是在直播的运营上有没有什么不一样的地方？然后就是您觉得就是在就是之后线下的活动都正常化之后，您觉得这个对直播的这个需求还能够持续强劲吗？为什么？然后之家在这个领域的就是竞争的策略是什么样子的？然后我的第2个侧重领域是想请教一下，就是之家在这个现在也比较火的一个话题，就是私域流量管理，或者说客户关系管理这一块有没有什么样的布局？因为我们发现就是现在就是商家很多商家都在通过小程序和直接和客户建立线上的联系，然后互动来提高他们的这个转化率啊，然后所以想请教一下，就是之家在帮助厂商还有帮助经销商经营私域流量或者说经营客户小程序这个领域有没有什么样的就是策略？ 谢谢。那我的问题到这里，然后我翻译一下。Thank you for taking my question. So as you mentioned, there is a acceleration in offline to online in business activities. So my question is regarding Autohome strategy and initiatives in this process, in particular on two areas. The first one is on the online live broadcasting. So we would like to get management's view on what's the difference of live broadcasting in the auto industry, which has low transaction frequency and high transaction value, versus live broadcasting in retail e-commerce platforms. When offline activities all come back normal, do you expect live broadcasting for cars to be able to sustain a strong traction among users and dealers? And what's the company's strategy to compete in this area? And then my second area is about the private domain traffic management or customer relationship management. Recently, we are seeing an increasing amount of merchants using tools such as mini program to attract and interact with users directly to improve transaction conversion. So just wondering what's company's strategy and product offering in this area. Thank you so much.
好，首先第一个，谢谢你的问题啊。那这次疫情呢，实际上我们也看出了这样一个趋势，就是说，之后呢，这个叫线上传播加非接触销售加到店购物车体验，可能会形成一个完整的叫新车销售链条。
So first of all, thank you for your question. Now to answer your question, I have to say, through the COVID-19 epidemic, we do see a clear trend that a lot of activities have moved online. We do see that the new car purchase loop has been transferred into the search online. They get a lot of information online, and it's non-contaminated research, plus they make the purchase in the store. So this would become a closed loop, and this would become a new model for the new car purchasing.
那在这三个环节里面呢，之家呢都我们都在，应该是在一季度吧，我们都做了一些产品级的演练。
For the three parts of this closed loop, for Autohome, we already get prepared, and we already researched a lot of our products and services based on the three parts of this loop.
在线上传播上呢，我们呢，有这个3D VR， 然后同时呢，在线上传播呢，我们应该在这个一季度吧，我们还有新车的虚拟上市。
For example, the first part, the online communication, we do have a lot of tools, including the 3D tools, the virtual reality VR tools, and also the virtual new car auto show, etc., to cover the online broadcasting and communication.
那在非接触的这个销售里面呢，直播呢是其中一个类型，那它还有这个视频。
Now, on the second part, the non-contact-based sales, we do have the live streaming and also the video-based sales.
那在这个直播运营上呢，实际上跟这个快消品啊有什么不同呢？实际上它最主要的就是体现在下面这几点。
Now you ask the question, what's the major difference between the large amount transaction compared with the regular, the small transactions? I do believe there are a lot of differences.
它还是离不开用户看车和比车这两个前面的环节。
For large transactions, for the users, they have to take a look of the car and they have to make a comparison of the car. These two parts are inevitable.
第二个呢是在这个直播这个运营里面呢，实际上还要更多的是体现的就是主持人以及主机厂一些高度的参与，包括经销商。
Now on the broadcasting or live streaming, we do see that the anchorman or the hoster and the participation of the support of the OEM and the dealers are critical.
然后呢，汽车呢又是个大件，因此呢，在这个过程中啊，这个由这种专业的平台呀，给他们提供数据、产品以及直播运营的这些培训跟支持方面的服务啊，就显得特别重要。
As you know, the cars is quite expensive. So that's why for the live streaming, we do believe that our support with data products, with the product information, and also training and helping and services for the live streaming was very important.
我们之家的这个直播平台，对主机厂的跟对经销商的，我们在一季度呢，我们也这个已经投入使用了。
In first quarter, our live streaming platform, we already worked very closely together with OEMs and the dealers. This is already in utilization.
对，最后一句话呢，就是直播呢，这个是在疫情期间呢，让这种形式啊，变得特别重要。但是呢，在购车这个环节里面，它是重要的，但不是关键的。
So my last conclusion is, for the live streaming, during the COVID-19 epidemic outbreak, this is very important. And also in the car purchasing loop, it is one of the critical parts, but it is not the most important part.
Okay, I answer your question on the private domain user traffic. This is Lu Ming speaking. Speaking of the private domain user traffic, actually we have already paid a lot of attention on this area, and we have already started some of the projects internally, but everybody is talking about a private domain user traffic. But it's difficult for the dealer, a single dealer, or even OEMs to make full use of the user traffic down there. So we're doing projects, hopefully in Q3 or Q4, I don't know. We're doing the projects. Hopefully in Q3, late Q3 or early Q4, we can launch new tools or products helping dealers or OEMs to apply more and more user traffic, the private domain user traffic, and helping them to convert the user traffic to the sales lead. We'll see. We try our best.
谢谢陆总 ，Thank you.
Next question is Eddie Wong from Morgan Stanley. As a reminder, please ask one question at a time.
谢谢那个陆总、邵总、张总、周总还有 Anita， 谢谢感谢让我提问的机会。我的问题也比较简单，是想问一下，就是说咱们看到二季度就您说的4月份开始，整个车市的这个恢复情况还是比较好的。那就是说这个就我不知道您这边看到的是觉得这是一个就是说因为一季度大家由于疫情的影响，更多的把这个购车的这个意愿放到了二季度呢，还是这是一个结构性，可能我们会看到这个比较好的一个对汽车销量的恢复会延续到下半年。那这个如果就是看对我们整个收入这块的这个影响的话，大概是怎么样影响？因为一季度我们也看到整个数据产品的这个增长是非常强劲的。那其实整个车市它跌了可能45%的销量，但是我们的 revenue 其实只跌了一个4%。那这个如果车市转好的话，这反映在我们的这个收入的这个增长的，或者就在二季度或者下半年会是一个怎么样的趋势啊？那我很快的翻译一下我的问题。Thank you for taking my question. My question is regarding management's view on the auto market recovery in the second quarter and in the second half of this year. As you mentioned that you have witnessed the improvement in terms of the auto demand in since April. Do you think it's just a shift of certain auto sales from first quarter into the second quarter, or you have see structure improve the sentiment for auto sales in the full year 2020, and what will be the impact of your overall the sale revenue in the second half of this year? Thank you.
Okay. The pandemic, to me, I think it has a huge impact on the auto industry. And, right now, there's so many people have lost their jobs. And plus, the pandemic maybe is still there. And there's some saying that there could be a second wave, things like that. So it hit the economy heavily. So I think this pandemic has a huge impact in the future as well. So I may ask Shao Haifeng to address your specific question.
好，这个对于市场呢，实际上我们是这么看的啊，刚好也跟这个我们的投资者呢分享一下。一个呢就是今年呢受疫情影响之后呢，可能全年新车的销量呢会是在一个-10%吧到-15%这个样子。这个呢实际上也跟这个工业协会他们这个判断，我觉得是一致的。也就是说，疫情呢实际上是让今年的销量呢多了一个10%。
Well, thank you for your question. I would love to share my view regarding the markets with you. If you look at this year, because of the epidemic of the COVID-19, we believe the new car sales for year-round would drop by 10% to 15%. That's not only our estimation, but also the estimation from the China Council for the Promotion of International Trade, the Automotive Sub-Council.
这个4月份呢，实际上4月份呢，叫乘用车吧，实际上乘用车还是一个负增长。那站在4月份这个负增长来看呢，实际上我觉得还是需要用5月份跟6月份的销量再去验证它，因为呢也不排除呢经销商呢是把1季度的货放到4月份来。
Now, if you look at the passenger car, if you look at the sales in April, it's still negative growth. But we have to wait until May and June to verify whether this negative growth would continue or not. Maybe that's due to some of the dealers to the Q1 sales quota to April.
站在这个情况上来看呢，实际上主机厂呢今年呢实际上整个销售预算嘛，它都是跟着销量走的。当销量下降的时候呢，销售预算呢也会相应的会减少。
For the OEMs, as you know, their sales budget, marketing budget, always grow along with the total sales volume. If the sales volume go down, their marketing budget would also continue to go down.
但是今年疫情呢加速的一件事情就是，让线下的预算呢再往线上走。我想这个趋势是不可逆的，只是呢之后呢会走的这个幅度程度百分比有多少而已。
Actually, this year, because of the COVID-19 epidemic, we do see a new trend, which is moving the offline budget to spend online. So that's why we do see this trend would continue, and this is inversible.
所以呢，这样就会给我们今年呢，我们在数据业务包括我们一些这个工具性的增量工具性的业务上呢，带来的机会。
So this year we do see a lot of opportunities would lie in our data products as well as the new tools business.
周总有没有？
Yes. Let me just add one point. Actually, I think for the first time, online budgets will exceed 50% of the total OEM marketing budget this year. Yeah, definitely it's a great opportunity for us. Okay, thank you.
Next question is Thomas Chong from Jefferies.
晚上好，谢谢管理层接受我的提问。我主要是有2个问题。第一个问题想问就是我们在未来几个季度的话呢，对我们的成本的控制会有什么的策略了？然后第二个呢，就是关于我们海外的那个扩张，因为看到海外的疫情还是比较严重嘛， 这个对我们8月份举办的那个全球的那个 online auto shows， 或者是对我们在海外的发展会不会受到影响呢？Thanks management for taking my questions. My first question is about our cost control initiatives. Can management share about our strategies in coming quarters? And my second question is about our overseas expansion strategy. Given that in overseas market we are seeing the impact from coronavirus is still quite severe, how should we think about our global online auto show in August, as well as our strategies for this year? Thank you.
Hi, Thomas. I will answer your first question, and then Mr. Lu will answer the second one. Regarding to cost control, we'll continue actually our prudent cost control programs, in particular, in traditional business, as we have implemented in the last 2.5 years. And we believe, we will be able to actually, optimize our overall operation and deliver, good return to our shareholders. And that's our belief, and we are committed to do that, in the future.
Okay. Regarding the development of our overseas, actually we have already set up 2 subsidiary companies in the UK and Germany already, and the teams are already there. And actually we have already launched an application called Yes Auto, and you may download it from the Apple Store. And if you want to see the progress, maybe you should download that and take a look at it and the progress that we are making. But you're right, because of the pandemic, the whole process is being delayed because our application, there are some dealers already, but the whole process is delayed because all the dealers have shut down, so it delayed our process, but we will continue our efforts. Hopefully the pandemic can be ended soon. And August 18th we will launch the virtual auto show in China as we did last year. This year we hopefully we can launch the auto show the same time in the UK and Germany. We'll see. Thank you.
Our next question is Son Chen from Macquarie. As a reminder, please ask 1 question at a time.
谢谢管理层接受我的提问。我有个简单的跟进的问题，就是OEM 的 budget 从线下转移到线上。刚才周总分享了一季度可能有50%以上的 budget 已经到了线上。那我们怎么看未来的一个发展趋势？未来还有多大空间去提升这个线上的这个渗透率呢？我自己翻译一下。Thank you for taking my question. I understand that COVID-19 may be a trigger for OEMs and dealers to shift their budget online. It's encouraging to see OEMs are now allocating over 50% of their budget online in first quarter. And can management share with us what's the potential here looking ahead? Thank you.
好，第一个谢谢你的问题啊。是这样，这个一季度呢，因为没有线下，所以呢，这个线上的这个叫预算占比啊，在主机厂端呢会显示的特别多。
First of all, thank you for your question. Well, actually, for the first quarter, because of the COVID-19 epidemic, there is actually no offline activities. So that's why the OEMs moved their more budgets to online.
从2季度来看呢，实际上当线下逐渐在恢复的时候啊，应该是说线下的预算呢，应该是没有19年占比高了。
In Q2, we do see the offline marketing activities gradually recover. However, compared with 2019, the percentage of outbreak in the total budget is still less than what happened in 2019.
这里面最主要的原因呢，就是站在疫情期间啊，主机厂呢跟我们呢纷纷的都合作了，比如说虚拟上市，然后呢合作了这个电商，合作了直播，都合作了这些业务。他发现呢，纯线上的这个方式啊，效果很好，然后呢成本呢还低。
Why this is the case? That is because in Q1, it provided a very good opportunity for the OEMs to work with us. We launched the intelligent new car launch tools for them, and we also worked with them to do the live streaming as well as the video and other online activities. And the OEMs was very happy to see that the effect was really good with a lower cost.
所以我想可能这个趋势的判断是这样，就是说线下呢不会消失，但是呢线上的这些事呢会逐渐去挤占了线下的份额。
So my judgment is for the offline activity, it will not vanish. It will still be there. However, but the size of the online will be gradually growing. It will squeeze the offline budget.
And Frank, let me also clarify one thing. What I meant is that the online spending for this year will exceed 50% for the entire year. Thank you, Frank.
Next question is Tina Long from Credit Suisse.
管理层好，感谢接受我的提问。我想问几个关于数据产品的问题。我想先问一下，就是我们目前为止推出的这些数据产品，有哪一些就是得到了就是更加好的这个经销商的反馈？然后有没有什么数据的支撑，就是他们的这个业务表现啊各方面。然后另外在未来的半年到1年吧，我们还有什么样的数据产品会推出？然后我们大概会预期会有什么样的这个adoption 的这个接受的这个率吧。大概很快的翻译一下。So my question is regarding the data products. So out of all the products that we have launched in the past 12 to 18 months, what are the products that actually have been recepted the best out of from all the distributors, and what kind of data to back that up? And also in the next 6 to 12 months, what are the new data product rollout plans? And also what are the expected adoption rates by the dealers? Thank you.
我来解释一下那个数据产品谢谢你的问题。首先呢sorry.
Yeah. Let me explain to you and clarify what is the data product.
数据产品的构成呢有智能上市、智能营销，这个呢是给那个主机厂用的。
Our data product covers 2 major parts. One is intelligent new car launch and intelligent marketing solutions. These 2 are for OEMs.
而智慧外呼呢，智慧助手呢是给经销商用的。
We also have products for dealers, the smart call out and the smart assistant.
目前呢，给OEM 用的这些智能系产品呢，应该已经有在1季度呢，已经有17个客户购买了。
For the OEMs, the intelligent new car launch and intelligent marketing solutions, there are already 17 OEMs procured this, and they already use this product.
去年同期的话，应该19年 Q1 的话有8个。
Actually, last Q1, I mean Q1 in 2019, the number was only 8. This year it was 17.
20年的1季度的话呢，经销商智慧系的产品呢，有17000家经销商在使用。去年我19年年底的时候呢，是14000家。
Now talking about the smart call out and the smart assistant offered for dealers, the Q1 of this year, the number was 17,000. 17,000 dealers already used it. And if we compare with 2019 Q1, the number was only 14,000.
对，所有智能系的和智慧系的产品呢，它的核心的目的呢是把客户的转化率呢基本在提升20%到35%之间。
So the core value of such products, not only offered to OEM but also offered to dealers, is to try to enhance the conversion rate. The enhancement of the conversion rate can be 20 to 35%.
在今年的下半年呢，我们在主机厂呢准备推出我们的智能活动产品，也就是说把主机厂的活动呢和经销商予以联动。
For the later half of this year, on the OEM side, we are trying to launch the intelligent activities, or actually we want to connect the OEMs with the dealers through such intelligent activities.
在经销商侧的话呢，应该在下半年呢，我们会推出我们的智慧销售产品，来辅助呢在店的销售呢，提高他们到店之后的销售转化率。
For the dealer side, for the later half of this year, we are going to launch the smart sales tools to help them enhance the conversion rate after customers visit the store.
同时呢，我们认为智能上市的这个产品呢，在下半年可能还会有一次比较大的升级和迭代，把这个产品呢做的应该是更准确和更全面一些。
And we are going to upgrade the intelligent new car sales. In this way, this product will be more perfectized.
OK， 这是我的回答，谢谢。
On top of what Jinyu has said, maybe I can expand a little bit more. Actually, there are a suite of data products that we are developing and selling. For example, there's a product called Smart R&D, which is for the use of the R&D phase of the OEM when they design the new car models, things like that. We have the big data to help them and support them to design the models that suit the needs of their customers, things like that. There are many. And Jinyu mentioned the smart call out, for example. That's like an AI add tools to the dealers. Once they receive the sales leads from us, and their call center guys will make a phone call to the lead, and when they talk to the customers, on the screen there will be a set of messages or the parameters that the customers are talking about. For example, the acceleration of what kind of a model, and the system will immediately recognize his questions and pop up the answer on the screen, so that the telephone guy can give very precise answers and make the explanation, things like that. This is very welcomed by the dealers. And for example, last year, the dealers that use this tool, they improved their stop visit rate by 20% roughly. Yeah. Okay.
As a reminder, please ask one question at a time. Our next question is Warren Kong from Citigroup.
谢谢管理层接受我的提问。我的问题是关于经销商数量的，就是一季度可能经销商数量这块稍微受到疫情的一些影响。那我们预计这个经销商数量什么时候能够恢复到一个正常的水平呢？谢谢。I will translate myself. So in the first quarter, the number of dealers was slightly impacted by the COVID-19. So when does the number of dealers can recover to normal level in management's point of view? Thank you.
好，这个感谢提问啊。对于经销商数量呢，应该是这么说，这个站在今年来看吧， 实际上它最主要的是跟着销量。站在今年来看呢，如果我们销量是一个-15%的这么一个增长的话呢，是个下降的话呢，那经销商的这个数量呢，可能在一季度呢会表现的比较全年最差一点，之后呢会慢慢的回来，但是呢还是会掉线的。
Thank you for the question. Talking about the numbers of the dealers, it always goes with the new car sales. If you look at the sales transaction volume, if the total sales the year round would go down by 15%, I would foresee the dealer numbers would also go down. Q1 would be the valley, and it will gradually recover. But overall speaking, the total number of dealers would also go down accordingly with the sales volume go down.
那在这里面呢，我想可能之后啊，我们还会继续去观察，就是说，它实际上跟品牌的盈利能力啊，就是盈利能力啊，直接相关的。
We would also watch what would happen further, and we have to watch and observe. However, I think one key element is very critical, which is the profitability level of different brands.
站在今年来看嘛，我想我们可以大致的是可以看到呢，就是说，日系品牌呢，应该利润率啊还会保持一个强势。
Now this year, if you look at the Japanese brands, actually the Japanese brands, their margin level would continue to remain strong.
然后德系呢会稳定。
The German brands would be stable.
美系呢会下滑。
The U.S. brands would decline.
然后呢，韩法呢会掉队。
For the South Korea and the French cars, they would they would be quite the worst.
然后呢，这个自主品牌呢，实际上今年呢是我们一个最值得观察的。然后看看它的这个在年度里面嘛，它的销量跟利润率啊能不能保持住稳定。我想这几个因素啊，就会决定呢经销商的这个大盘。
So for the Chinese brands, we have to wait and see how it evolves. I think all these brands, if you look at the mixture of all the different brands, and if you look at the profitability level of different brands, you will have an idea.
谢谢。
Thank you.
Our next question is Tian Hou from PH Capital.
谢谢管理层让我提问。我一个问题关于这个今年下半年的生产问题。因为很多我们的 OEM 它要生产的时候，一些关键零部件是需要国外的一些厂商供给的。那么现在因为疫情在国外比我们要晚嘛，现在刚刚在复工复产。那么这方面会不会在 second half 的时候对于生产上会产生一些负面的影响？能不能给我们讲一下这个？我自己翻一下吧。So the question is related to the supply chain of the OEM. So overseas pandemic is actually happened much later than China, and they just started to go back to work, resume their business operation. So for the auto productions, there are some major components that we actually need to import it from overseas vendors. So what do you see the supply situation in the second half? Will the overseas pandemic situation impact the potential manufacturing capacity? Thank you.
Tian, thanks for the question. As for the supply chain, of course, we were also worried about that in the beginning. Most of the OEMs have usually about 2 months inventory of, let's say, auto parts. And what we'd like to see that, most European actually manufacturers has resumed to work. And the US, were a little bit lagging behind in mid-May, but they are gradually resumed to work, in late May to early June. So that is a good sign. But that being said, as Mr. Lu mentioned, a lot of experts are warning about a second wave of the pandemic. We're going to see. If that happens, the supply chain will definitely be disrupted. But in the long term, I think this will really, I guess, promote the localization of the auto supply chain in China. And as far as we understand, many auto OEMs in China are planning to do that. And even for Tesla, they have a plan to 100% localize their supply chain by next year, sometime next year. So this is something I guess we were sure about. Thank you. Yeah.
Next question is Robin Zhu from Bernstein.
谢谢管理层。你好，就一个问题，就是想请教一下 Data Products 这边的业务，就是想跟管理层探讨一下未来主要的这个成长的一些机会，比如说是 Dealer 还是 OEM， 你们觉得这个未来成长的机会会更大一些？然后比如说在具体的业务的这种模式上面，就是有哪些是公司觉得比较近期会发展，比如说帮 dealer 去做，比如说会计啊，或者是这个管理库存啊，或者是 CRM， 就是管理客户关系或者其他方面的一些具体思路，不知道能不能探讨一下。然后就是说 online marketplace 这个板块一直增长很快嘛，就比如说咱们能维持20%以上的增长，大概您觉得能持续多久？谢谢。
Okay, let me answer your question briefly. Autohome, as we talked many times before, that we are always exploring the future opportunities while we're doing the current business. And today we have already discussed the traditional business line, the advertisement and the lead generation. But in the future, I think there are new areas that we're going to develop. Now, for example, the data products we mentioned, and the used car part. I think there's a good opportunity for us to expand our business, and we actually invest a lot. And 2 years ago, we start become profitable in terms of this business unit, and hopefully in the next few years we can expand our business even bigger. And then the aftermarket, we're looking to aftermarket and see if we can develop new products and services, things like that. Of course, these are to be business. Also, we are looking to the possibility of to see. And for example, our covers channel, it grows fairly smoothly, and actually we hope it will be even bigger in the future. And also, we have already launched the shared car platform, where you can find several shared car companies with us, and we hope we can expand this one. So in the future, we will keep our traditional business growing. Of course, you'll be affected by the industry, but on top of that, we'll develop the new business lines. Thank you.
And this is the end of question and answer sections. Now I hand back to management for closing comments. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to updating you on our next quarter's conference call in a few months' time. In the meantime, please feel free to get in touch with us if you have further questions or comments.
Thank you. This concludes our conference call. You may disconnect now. Goodbye.